Like there's tons of interesting stuff on like grocery stores, right? Pumping the smell of baking bread through a grocery store, it makes you happy, it makes you a little hungry, it makes you more likely to buy things. And where you place stuff, you want to put like at eye level is where you want to put your most expensive things. So if you walk through and you look for like, well, where are the discount brands? They tend to be at the very top or bottom because you want people to work a little bit harder to find them. The most expensive stuff will be on the end caps. So, I mean, there's a ton of very precise psychological research that goes into, like, exactly why stores are laid out the way they are.
And they're looking at what we're doing when we're going into the grocery store, where we go first. Because I'm sure the aisles are all lined up about what you need and where...
Well, there's a reason why produce is over here and then, like, milk is all the way over here. They like, what are the two common things people are coming in to buy? We're going to put them as far away from each other as possible.
So you got to walk throughout the whole store.
Yeah, so you got to pick up maybe one more thing, right?
Wow.
And it works.
That's unbelievable. Where is it? Is it at bars or it's either bars or casinos where it's about the temperature that they're using and it's all about keeping people there or getting people out quick? It's one I can't remember.
Restaurants.
Is it restaurants keep
temperature?
Them
up,
I thought they kept it a little colder so they can cycle through.
So they keep rotating tables. Casinos. I mean, that's really what got me into this area of psychology because I went to college up in the Twin Cities and. We would go like to Treasure Island Casino because it's a place where if not everyone was 21, you could still all get in.
Yeah.
But I just remember being amazed at how there's no clocks. All the rooms kind of look the same. It's easy to get lost, and it sounds like everyone's winning constantly. Like, if you ever listen to a slot machine when no one's playing it, like, it's still making ding, 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 and, like, coin sounds. Wow. And it's just, like, it's so obviously manipulative, but it just makes you feel like it works. You're going to wander through. You don't need to leave. You don't need to know what time it is. You just need to like stay there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No clocks. I never even thought about that. They don't want you to know how long you've been there for.
No, they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know where you are or what's happening. It's very disorienting.
I've also heard that casinos, I don't know if it's called reoxidizing air or something. It's about keeping you awake and alive. They pump.
Oh gosh, they put more.
They suck the air out. They like they infuse more oxygen and then they pump it back into the casino. So you're like, woo, I'm ready to gamble.
I wouldn't put it past them.
And then you get the free drinks, unlimited free drinks.
Yeah. They want to make it so easy for you just to sit there and keep giving them money.
Yeah. What other aspects of life are they doing this? Do you know any other examples? Because this is really interesting to me where they're doing this kind of stuff to get more money out of you.
I mean, there's a lot of work on like how things are priced. So, like, let's say going back to a restaurant, like if they're offering you, like it's smart for them to have, you want to have like this super expensive steak, but you want to assume no one's going to buy this super expensive thing. So if you have one thing that might be a lot cheaper for you to make, but you make that only a little less expensive, that's what people are going to buy. Because they're going to be like, well, I can't do the big thing, but I don't want to look cheap. I'm going to get the next thing.
Yep.
And that's where you put your like biggest margin, where you're making a ton of money, but you're not spending money on doing that. Or same thing with like wine lists. Like the next most expensive wine might be one of the cheapest bottles for that restaurant to buy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but they're like, no, like you're not going to go in and buy the most expensive wine. Some people might, but most people aren't. You're not going to buy the cheapest. But somewhere in between, that's where they know they've got you. And so that's where they put the stuff that they can make the most money on. So, I mean, any situation where people have control over pricing, there's a lot of that, like, psychology and manipulation.